Hello everybody, this is Anita, a bit shabby as I'm chilling at home before a call and a little Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm coming here today to give you the true meaning of Thanksgiving. And this isn't the true meaning, okay? I am not from the US or anything like that, so I don't know any stories about Thanksgiving too much, so don't quote me. This is a Sacred Geometry message that is coming through, and in that, the true meaning of Thanksgiving, I want you to meet Joe. Joe is an incredible soul, a client, an activator of his Sacred Geometry, and he did a beautiful interview today. I think it went up. We're going to give you the link underneath here. And I wanted to come in with some messages. I'm looking over here because I've got some notes, okay? We sent an email out with these notes and with these messages. Unfortunately, it's on top of another email, an old email from 11/11. We're going to say that's how it was meant to be. So, but still, apologies to see that there's two there. But we're not in perfection. We were looking for the treasure in everything today and the thanks in everything today. And so those messages are, well, the main messages is that the majority of us are not conscious of our treasures when they are right in front of us. Okay, so feel into the treasures that are right in front of you right now and that you're not grateful for. And now that's not because you're not grateful, it's because our full selves can't even see them, let alone believe in those treasures. And, you know, because those treasures are really pre-created for us in our sacred geometry world, in the unseen, and it can't really believe in that, okay? And it can get very cynical about all of that. So, and what happens in that full self is that we demand proof, we demand evidence, we can even attack those offering us treasures, okay? In family, friends, activators, whatever it may be from your sacred geometry, offering you those treasures of a life and a fulfilled life. So notice where you're rejecting those treasures today. Notice where you're rejecting love today. I'm doing it myself too, okay? It's very natural. We have strong false traits, signatures, and false selves because it serves a purpose. We're not meant to serve it. We're meant to utilize it to bring in those treasures that the false trait will never be able to see. So rather than giving thanks to those treasures when they are presented to us, because we can't see them all of the time, and grabbing it with both hands, we can distrust it and push it away. So notice where you're doing that. Don't punish yourself for it, but notice it so you can utilize it. And in that honor, I would love for you to meet Joe and to share a recent interview that was done with the beautiful Joe. And Joe was someone, like many, like myself and like others, that did not feed that demon of wanting proof, of wanting evidence, of wanting to know the exact how to everything, because it's an impossibility inside your sacred geometry. It is one of the mysteries of life, and it's beautiful in that way. And ultimately, he was delivered with many treasures. And we all have treasures, you know. It's not bespoke. We are all special. We all have that within us. And so he was, and still is, being delivered many different treasures because he stepped in with that gratitude and with that faith. And so huge thank you to your beautiful soul, Joe, if you are watching this, and to all the beautiful souls out there that leap into things without asking for the proof, without asking for the evidence, and really go with their heart and their souls, and even when they're afraid. And that is the secret, okay, to success. It's the secret to my success, if you want to call it success, okay, to receiving the treasures that were for me to receive so far. And there's lots more, I am sure. So take a look at that beautiful interview. I think it's about 20 minutes or so not too long, and hopefully you'll get something from it. Enjoy. And the invite to you today is, if you wish to take it, is to not fall into the trap of asking for proof. Okay, instead, see the treasures that are being offered to you, maybe from a loved one, maybe from a friend, maybe from your child, maybe from from me or an activator, from anywhere. Just notice it from anywhere, and notice where you may be falling in that trap for asking for proof. Like, is this really real? Can I trust this? That kind of thing. Okay, and if you are able, and you can still feel the mistrust, and you can still feel the fear, but not fall into the trap and accept the gift of the treasure, then you will reap many rewards that I'm sure you're going to be very grateful for. Okay, so, and how this relates to a story about Thanksgiving that I know about, and please don't quote me because it may not be true, is there, I'm sure it's true, but the way I quote it won't be completely correct. So there were some pilgrims that came from the UK to the US in the 1600 something. Okay, again, don't quote me, on an intense 66-day journey over to the US, met by freezing cold weather, I think in Massachusetts, and some of them unfortunately did not survive. And those that did, as the spring came, they went inland, they met the indigenous people who welcomed them with open arms, okay, and helped them to survive, show them how to farm, how to have glorious and fulfilled lives in the US, and how to be there in that land and make a life and receive all the treasures that were there for them. Now, as we know, ultimately, it's not a great story. In the pilgrims turned against the indigenous and driving them out, okay, in many different ways. So I don't want to go heavily into that today, but I want to give kudos to that. And how that relates is the treasure here was the indigenous people. And huge thanks to those souls. To honor this, notice the treasure given to you today that you have not noticed or are not noticing, okay, as is happening real time. Maybe you're pushing it away. Maybe you're tempted to attack it, to judge it, to second guess it. Instead, feel the thanks and say yes to it today, okay? And over the Thanksgiving period, the creation activation lies in that for you. So I'm sending you a ton of love. Happy Thanksgiving wherever you are in the world, whether you celebrate it or not. And definitely comment what you might be giving thanks for today and what treasure you almost avoided, but you are going to accept. And yeah, and you have the treasure in you and all around you. Even if you're not sure what it is, but you can feel there's something there for you, say yes to it. That's the activator. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Lots and lots of love. And I shall speak to you soon. Bye-bye.